Right, I don't ever want to actually make a video about bad experiences cycling because it's not a nice thing to talk about, and also it's the type of thing that I can imagine being played at my funeral. So I don't want to jinx it, but I just want to say what just happened, just so I can remember it. Been back like less than 3 weeks now. Just been to see my family in Bootle. Just going round a roundabout, and to be honest, I just realised I was in the right lane. I thought, well, I was in the wrong lane. I was on the outside of the roundabout, like the inside lane, and I was going straight over it. And because I was in that lane, as I passed the first exit, I actually indicated right to say I was still going round the roundabout. And a taxi that I hadn't even seen, a black cab, came speeding past me on my right hand side as I am going straight ahead on the roundabout, and nearly T-boned me and braked and shouted loads of abuse at me, and all I could shout back was, I indicated! Because I don't always indicate, I'll be honest, I don't always indicate round roundabouts because you're just too busy steering, but I did that time, and still he drove into me, still tried to turn into the side of me. And I just want to point out, I've got a helmet on, I've got a reflective jacket, I've got a front light, and there's my back light blinking, but still, T-bone, that's not even like, you know, that's not even like, oh, I didn't see you there. I was in his path and he still drove at me. So there you go, there's my rant for today. Right, it's Saturday. Had a week in work, it was fine, it was really good actually. Quite like the people there, nice job, nice location. Some really nice places for me to sit out and have my lunch so I can get outdoors. And I was promising myself, you know, because I thought last week that working back in an office would give me a taste for cycling again. Not really. I even tweeted last night, I said I'm definitely gonna go camping this weekend. Put it there to kind of like hold myself accountable. But like I say, I volunteered on a Saturday morning. I'm gonna make a video about that soon as well, about do some cycling with people with disabilities every Saturday morning to about 12. Then I got home and I just couldn't be bothered. It's a gorgeous day down at the riverfront. But yeah, I just can't be bothered using up the entire weekend. I've got stuff to do, there's other stuff going on. There's something interesting in Liverpool happening tomorrow, which I'll be filming. So yeah, my idea has gone from, I was going to get the train to Southport and cycle to try and get to the Trafford Bowling, but that's like 40 miles and that's slow going with my bike and everything, and it gets dark early. Yeah, so I haven't been to Trafford Bowling. It's a new place and it's somewhere I really want to get to. So I'm really annoyed at myself for not making the most of this gorgeous weekend. Thought a little bit earlier, I'm rambling on here, I'm sorry. Thought a little bit earlier that what I'd do was just get on the canal, towpath, and cycle up to Ormskirk maybe, just about 15 miles. Can't be bothered doing that. And I just got out on my bike to cycle on riverfronts and thought, this is doing nothing for me. But I've just remembered somewhere new, close to Liverpool, that I'm just going to go and visit. I haven't seen yet. I wanted to go last week and it was closed. Yeah, it is reopened because I saw it on Instagram. So that's where I'm going to go today. Show you when I get there. Okay, so I was just stopped just there before. I meant to say, I used to work here in this office, the Charity Commission, temp and work. And this is where I first started getting into cycling in Liverpool, because I used to live way the hell down there on my boat in the marina, which is about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away, and there was no point getting a bus, there was obviously no point driving. I think I did have a car then, and it took about half an hour, 3/4 an hour to walk, and the weather was always atrocious. So yeah, I got a bike and started cycling it. I see myself, that really depressed me actually. Where I've just been is the 10 Streets Market, which I've seen loads about. There's apparently a guy in there who builds bikes, but couldn't see it. But that just depressed me, there was nobody in there. Loads of stalls with like vintage stuff. But yeah, it was dead. It was a shame, which is a shame. It's really nice, it's a really nice day, but it's in the middle of this yet to be gentrified dock area. And also the plain Coldplay, which doesn't help your frame of mind ever, does it? I think I am going to get on the canal now. These are the locks in the Eldonian village. You've got the Stanley Dock down there. I've actually sailed along here on my boat a couple of times. It's the crap way to come on your bike because as you see there's like stairs there, steps in there as well. And then next I've got to get my bike up and over this incredibly narrow bridge that you can't get mountain bike handlebars through. But it's a nice bit of canal. Well, it's not, is it? It's full of graffiti and litter. But yeah, it's at oh, I think there might be some boats coming down. Oh no, it's not, it's just people. There is a better way to get onto it up there, but I got lost. Okay, just out of breath because I've just come up that ramp. Yeah, I've got a nice semi-trad, was it 57 footer coming through at the minute. This set of locks is 3 locks in all, and then you've got 2 locks down in town by the new museum. It's not 3 locks, is it 4? Anyway, when they first opened the Liverpool link, it was the only section of the canal sailed about 200 miles, I think, more than that, of the British canals. This is the only section you needed an escort to come through. British Waterways is still that guy in the blue and red. It's British Waterways guy. These locks have padlocks on them that you can't open. I don't know really why it is. I think it's because there is so much vandalism around here. There's loads of kids watching at the minute. But yeah, quite not very welcoming, is it, to say you need an escort? So you have to book a passage and then get an escort. So much of that in my time. I made something have bigger biceps when I was a boater. A fella's just taken over there, but you will notice on canals always the man always steers the boat into the lock, even though that is the simplest job in the world. And the woman also always does the lock. She has to go ahead, run ahead, get the lock ready, pull the put the windlass on and wind the sluices up and down like that, which is hard work and quite dangerous as well, because when they go down, that windlass will spin off, can take your jaw out, and then you've got to actually lean on the lock gates and open them, which is really hard work. And it's always the woman that does it, because men think they're the only ones who have got enough skill to drive their precious narrowboat, when it's really, really easy. And narrowboating's a contact sport. If you hit the sides, it's not a big deal. Right, it's Sunday morning and I'm on my way to Wavertree High Street, which is taking part in the International World Car Free Day today. So they're stopping all the cars and having stalls out in the streets. The weather isn't great, but it's going to be good. And right now I'm on Greenbank Lane, which just up there, about 100 metres away, is Greenbank Sports Academy, which is a sports centre for disabled people. A lot of wheelchair users, a lot of people on scooters. And Saturday mornings I come out with disabled riders, and we've got side-by-side bikes. As you can see, let's turn the camera around. As you can see, people park like cretins. Even though I think there's a single yellow line there, that's right next to a junction. How are you meant to get a wheelchair along there? But saying that, even when you've got a free pavement, it's not the best surface to be going along. Look at that. Selfish people, because they're making way, they're parking like that to make way for cars, because God forbid we impede the progress of cars. But people, the rest of us, can just screw us. Wouldn't even get a pram down there, would you? Look at that. Selfish, stupid behaviour. And it's not a personal thing. It's once you get behind the wheel of a car, it makes people behave selfishly. Look at that. That's a beautiful sight. Loads of people out. The entire street's actually beautiful and quiet. There's Nick Alice by the Don't Buy the Sun sign.
Thank you very much.
Woo!
Do you feel a difference in the air quality? No, this man's not convinced. Right, get him on the tandem. Great,
Look at that! It's half bike, half skateboard. It's another friend of mine, Dan, on his cycling without age tricycle from Denmark. Here she is, Queen of the Mountain. She loves it. Jump, jump. Hey! Oh, is that good? Is that good? It's good. that. So yeah, the weather's been a bit crap, but just been into there, I don't know if you can see that old pub. That's been changed into a recovery centre now called Vitality Homes. Actually, it's got another name, I'll have to look it up what it is. And it's fantastic. They showed us around in there. It is gleaming clean and tidy. I think they've got, I can't remember how many residents they said they had, but they've got residents in there and they've got a recovery programme for them, and it's fantastic. How much better is that than having an actual pub in your road? It got loads of controversy locally when they said that's what it was going to be. People worried they're putting paedophiles in there. That's not what it is. It's a recovery. It's for people who are committed to their recovery, and it's an absolute bonus to the area. And I know the people running it, and they are sound and they know what they're doing. So yeah, lots of really boss positive things happening on this street, despite the crap weather. Gotta say the dogs are loving it as well. Hiya, right, it's Friday, and obviously the last bit of video was on Sunday, and I've just been busy because I work full time now, so I haven't had a chance to edit and upload this video. So a couple of thoughts. I just want to round things up. First thing, because I'm gonna definitely end this video on a high because it started off so depressing, but sadly just found out this morning that one of my mates who I used to work with, who was still follow on Strava, who's been cycling into work from round here, from where I am, goes more or less the same route I did, got knocked off his bike this morning on a roundabout, and from the sounds of it, it was exactly what nearly happened to me. He was going straight across the roundabout, and a car behind him came and cut across him. But he's alright by the sounds of it, so it's lucky, but it's a bad roundabout, and it's what I've been trying to say, is that the way in this country bikes and cars just don't mix, and we need protected lanes. But moving on to the car free day, it was a really good day, and like I was obviously a bit out of sorts on the Saturday, but the Sunday was brilliant. It was a really nice, wholesome, fun day. And the idea behind it was obviously shutting the road to traffic. But Wavertree High Street is not a road that's ever going to get pedestrianised. I'm not kidding myself. It was a lot more about community. It was a lot more about showcasing what's on Wavertree roads, getting people out, all the different things, getting people together, just having fun. And it worked really well. I should say, I think Dan wanted me to say that Fifi, my little mate, was the only person who cried on his trike. And it was my fault because we were taken away from the ice cream van, which she has had her eyes on all day. But yeah, it was such a absolute credit to the people who organised it. There's so much great grassroots stuff going on there. It was brilliant. But one road that really could be improved immediately by getting rid of cars is just around the corner from me, and it's Lark Lane. A tweet came up in my feed this week about a road in Walthamstow, which has got like this mini Holland programme where they've done a lot of improvements to the roads, where they've just got rid of traffic. It said something like 7,000 cars a day used to go down this road, and now it's like one way, and it's beautiful. So I put it up, I retweeted it, and I said, imagine if Lark Lane was like this. And it was my most popular tweet I've done this year, I think. Got over 100 likes. And yeah, and that just goes to show it's a proper idea. It's what people want. Nobody wants to live. If you look, I'm going to put a little, I don't know, I'll get it off Google Maps or something. I'll show you what Lark Lane is like now. It's got loads of bars, restaurants and shops, but it is a traffic jam all the time. It's really dangerous. It's horrible for pedestrians. The pavements are dead narrow and people park on them. You can't get out of the side streets. You can't get into the side streets because people park on the WL lines around the corners. It's just a really unpleasant place. And there's a park at the end of Lark Lane, and you wouldn't let your kid, get there by himself because the traffic is just so bad. Another guy, I'm going to put a link to a guy I know who runs an account called Pro Social Space. They've got kind of like plans how you could improve Lark Lane, which are great. They're really, really intelligent, well thought out plans. But the only thing I would say about them is that a compromise, and I don't think you should start from a place of compromise. You should be radical. You should go the whole hog. You should ban all parking from Lark Lane. You don't have to go. I mean, you could pedestrianise it, but there's side roads, so I don't think that'll work. But you could ban all parking and make it one way, and then give concessions bit by bit. If you just improve it incrementally, it'll never be perfect ever in my lifetime. I think you should go the whole hog and then make little concessions, then bring back a little bit of park, and then maybe, you know, let a couple more cars in. But anyway, those are my thoughts, and I'd love to hear yours. Please leave them in the comments. I love it when you leave me comments. And I don't know what my next video is going to be about. So I want to do one on Greenbank. I will go cycling with it at weekends. But I think I need a GoPro or something like that, so I'm going to have a ask around and see if I can borrow one. Right, so that's a positive note to leave you on. I'm in a much better mood now. I was feeling out of sorts last weekend, but I'm cheered up now.